microbes.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about those today, okay? So microbes basically are very, very tiny molecule, tiny thing that you really can't see with your naked eye. They're in the air. They're in the things that we touch and we feel and we eat. Some of them are good for us and some of them are bad for us. Okay? So we're going to discuss a little bit about that.
But microbes, like Mr. Dancy was saying, are little living organisms that live everywhere, and they live in space too. They'll be on your bodies. They'll be in that spacecraft that you'll be in as an astronaut. So it's important that we know about them. And maybe in Mars and other places, there'll be microbes that we've never seen before, never known about. Right back here, we have the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, the fungus kingdom, and then down lower we have the single-cell protist, and then we have the bacteria. And when I think of a microbe, I think of bacterias and single-celled organisms. So they're actually the smallest, the tiniest group, but they're the group that's been around for the longest on our planet. Who came first, bacteria or people? Bacteria.
Yes, Dan.
If they're in the air, can they fly, or how do they get in the air?
Yeah, they don't fly, they don't swim, but they're sort of, you know what they can be? They can be airborne. That means they can just, were you ever in a room, like in the wintertime especially, with the sun beaming through the window and you see all this stuff floating around? Yeah, imagine like that. Microbes kind of travel like that, you know? And like so when somebody sneezes, the microbe, those microbes can go from here to the door, right? 40 miles an hour, so they travel that way. And then they'll land on the doorknob, and then you'll pick it up, then you'll turn the doorknob, and guess what? Those microbes are in your hand now. And then you go like that, now they're on your face. And then you hug your mom goodbye, and then now it goes from your cheek to your mom's cheek. You know what I mean? Microbes are like that. They get everywhere. You can kill microbes, yes, right? Yeah. You prevent. You try to make it not a good. You try to create an environment that they don't like.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, sometimes you can kill them, right? The antibacterial stuff that you can use kills some. And why are they so important to astronauts? Why do astronauts care about microbes? Kind of like we kind of just said it, but summarize. Why are they important to astronauts? Yes.
Because they're dangerous.
Because they could be dangerous, right? They could be dangerous. That we bring microbes to other planets, and what happens when we go to other planets? And if there are organisms there that we're not used to.
So we're gonna work on a project next time in class. We're gonna meet here again, and we're gonna remember the stuff that we talked about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Microbes. Look it up when you go home. Microbes.
Yes.
Tell me what a microbe is. Yes. What? A germ. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. A germ would be good. Yes.
Parasite.
A parasite. Yes.
Nice.
An organism, I like that one too. A little teeny tiny organism. Sometimes with just one cell or maybe two cells. Or just a group of cells. Do you know how many organisms live on me and in me?
No.
About 600 trillion. That's some serious numbers.
That's a big number.
So we have 100 trillion cells and we have 600 trillion things living on us. Wow. Can you see them though? You see them all over me?
Nope.
You can't. Why not? Because they're so incredibly small. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to find hidden microbes. There are things living all around us, as we said. We're going to have to find them. So let me see what's in here. A piece of white bread. Well, guess what? Two of you are going to get the piece of white bread, and that's going to be your object to follow for the whole week. All right? We're going to find out by putting this away somewhere. We're going to keep it in this microbial box, we're going to call it. We're going to keep it in this nice dark box. I'm going to kind of keep it in a kind of a cool, damp kind of place. And we're going to see if any living things start to grow on there. What do you think? Is it possible?
Yes.
Definitely. We have white bread. It's going to be some yogurt, vinegar, blue cheese, Swiss cheese. Got a cracker. Is Parmesan cheese. Bakery bread. All right, you guys, girls probably want to be partners. You sit next to each other. So they're going to get a piece of Parmesan cheese. Okay? So that's going to be theirs. All right. In their book, they're gonna have a little they're gonna have a little handout, right? The handout.
Yes.
All right, they're gonna have a handout, and there's gonna be 3 boxes in that handout. And the first box is they're gonna have to observe their piece of food and describe what they see. Okay. In the second box, they have to make a hypothesis. And what's a hypothesis?
Oh, it's like.
It's a guess as to what it's going to look like next week. So when we see it next week, so you're gonna make your hypothesis. First box is, what do I see? Maybe draw a picture of it, little sketch. What do I see? What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? What is it? Use all your senses. Second box, what do I think is going to happen to it? That's going to be your hypothesis. Hypothesis is a guess, right?
Yeah.
And then next week when we come back, we'll open up the microbial box, and what will we find out?
They grow.
Right, we're going to find out was our hypothesis correct, or was our hypothesis incorrect. All right? And do you have to be correct?
No.
No.
Okay, what are you writing in your book right now?
I have bakery bread.
Some people put down, I have bakery bread. That's a good one. The best handwriting too. I see it. That's real good. So wherever you got, you gotta write that down in your book.
Describe your bread. Draw a picture of it.
Mr. Nancy, he said he sees little dots, and I think it's just that air stuff. What did I say it was giving him? It's moisture. Yeah, moisture. And then
What have you written? White bread. A picture of it. I love it. Good job. Perfect.
Sweaty socks. I have sweaty socks in my pocket. You don't want to see it.
March 29th at 11:20 a.m. You doing this? It's yours too?
It's fun. God, we told you that 1,000 times. Ian, not
This is what we call our microbial box, right? And inside of here, I looked at it one time. I haven't looked at it today. I don't exactly know what we're going to find in here. But in here are all of your food materials. And we're going to find out what happened to them over the course of how many weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, almost exactly 2 weeks. So we'll see. Now, remember we put numbers and letters on your samples?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Harry, what is your number in sample? They have number 3. So we're going to, I'll call out numbers, and then I'll pass these around for you. In fact, Harriet, look what I have right here. Here is number 3. Who has, if you hear this, who has D? Come get it. Who has C? C? Come get it. Who has, I need letter G. Oh, look at that. Oh, come G. Okay, maybe move back just a little bit to it.
What type of bread is this? Yeah, this is ours.
E. E. Number 1. B. So guys, what do you see? I see a lot of microorganisms that are growing on your food. What do you think of that? Did you know they were there before?
No.
Could you see them before? No. So where did they come from? They must have already been on that food when you ate it. When we eat food, there are microorganisms on the food that we eat. What do you think of that?
No.
So go to this section in your notebook, where we describe our food, and you're going to write down what you see now. Maybe draw a picture, maybe a couple of facts, what it looks like. Okay. If you would like to open up your bag and take a smell, you can, but be careful.
This is my nasty device.
Oh, you already smelled it?
Yeah.
Man, you're brave.
This smells honestly.
So give it a little smell, but make sure seal it right back up. When things go into space, they have to be cleaned very well, right? They have to be sanitized. The food has to have a lot of preservatives. But who has that piece of bakery bread? Let me see that.
Wait, I have bakery bread.
See this bakery bread? This is bread you get right from the bakery. It's really good bread, and it's all natural. Guess what they don't have in there? Preservatives.
Yeah.
No preservatives. So guess what?
It's not going to be healthy to eat in space.
Right. This is something that you wouldn't bring in space, right? You would definitely need food that has preservatives in it, so it will last for a longer period of time. Who has something that like turned really bad? Yeah. What was this?
Yogurt.
This was yogurt. Now I don't know what this thing is, but it's like hairy, it's green, it's gross.
Smells gross.
It smells gross.
I dare you to smell it. I dare you to
No
smell
way.
it.
I don't accept that dare.
I have
I'm not gonna smell
something
that.
really